Hey everyone, so doing another vlog today. I just wanted to start out and give you a little fit check. So I've got my Leatherface tie-dye shirt on, some biker shorts, tennis shoes. Sorry, my shoes are kind of all over the place, and my water bottle. Always want to stay hydrated when I go out thrifting, and comfy. This is usually what I wear. I'll just wear something comfy because I'm going to be out for a while, walking around, I want it to be something I'm comfortable in. So today we're going to be going to a bunch of places. It's not necessarily all thrift stores. It might be kind of chaotic today. I don't know. It's just going to be wherever I feel like going, whatever's around where I am. So I also have a Target gift card that I'm going to try to use on a movie. I'm hoping that they have Malignant, but we'll see. So yeah, that's the plan for today. So let's go ahead and, go shopping for some horror movies.
Okay, so we're starting out at Books A Million. I remember they had a decent amount of movies the last time I was here, but it's been a while. So the name of the game for today is $2 or less per movie. And that's pretty much my goal every time I go out shopping for movies. And so I'm just going to try to find as many as I can at that price point. So I do spy 28 Days Later. I do have that one already. It's under the drama category, so I'm going to have to hunt, but looks like there's a good section of horror here, and I'm liking what I'm seeing, but I do have to check out the prices. So let's see. We've got the remake of Prom Night, and it is $4.95, and that's just too much for me. So let's see. Quiet Place is $11.50 for the Blu-ray. Also kind of a lot, just for my personal preference. The Girl with All the Gifts is $7.95. I don't really know how they're choosing to price these movies. It seems kind of all over the place. I do love that Christmas Vacation is amongst the horror movies. They've got this really cool holographic cover of White Noise 2. $4.80, and I don't know anything about this movie, so I'm not getting it, but thought it was pretty. So not much luck there. We're gonna try the Dollar Tree and hope for some cheaper movies. And as soon as I walk in, I see this little booth for $1.25, a bunch of different movies. So I'm gonna look through here, see if I can find anything good. They did have Mother on DVD, but the front was kind of beat up. It almost looked like someone sat on it, so I decided not to get it. And I wanted to look around, see if there were any more movies. I don't go to Dollar Trees ever, so I wasn't sure where to look, but I did find some, and although it is a little bit disorganized, it's nothing that I am not familiar with, so I'm gonna search through. And they did have Satanic Panic on Blu-ray, but I didn't get it. I don't know, I didn't love that movie. So we're gonna try Big Lots next. I know that there's a lot of furniture here, but I'm pretty sure they have movies, so I'm gonna look around. They did have some cute Halloween stuff out already. I have anxiety when I go to stores about asking people where things are, so I just tend to walk around and try to find what I'm looking for. So I did find a kiosk with a bunch of different movies, and it looks like it's all mixed up, and so I'm gonna have to sort through, see if I can find any good horror. Rings they had for $5, and I haven't heard very good things about that movie, so I didn't get it. And it looks like there's nothing under $3, and not much horror to speak of either, so I still want to look through and see if I can find anything good. They did have It, the 2017 It, for $4. Also, just didn't really want to pay that much for that movie, sorry. The Purge on Blu-ray was $5 again. I'm just looking for something cheaper, so it looks like this is probably not going to be the place for me. They did have Paradise Hills, which I have not seen, and I was wondering if it was good or not. If you've seen it, can you let me know what you thought of it? So we're going to try Goodwill now, and hope that they have their media for under $3. Some Goodwills have them for $2.99, and that's too much for me. But they did have some good VHS tapes here, and for 99 cents, which I love. And I also saw this bird was just nomming on this pizza. It looks delicious. So we're going to try another Dollar Tree and see if we can find some more movies there. And I had to look around to see where they were again. It's kind of a hunt for the movies in these stores, but they did have a decent amount, and I'm going to sort through. And they had some horror movies where I was like, is this a low budget movie? I've never heard of this before, if anybody knows. They did have Assassination Nation on Blu-ray, but I didn't get it, and I'll tell you why later. They also had this movie, I thought it was like the killer baby movie called Grace, but alas. There was a Party City next door to the Dollar Tree, so I decided to check it out and see what kind of Halloween stuff they had, and they had a little bit out, not a ton. They had a little Demogorgon backdrop, which I loved, but I didn't get anything here. And a full-size figure of Michael Myers from Halloween 2, which looked pretty cool. I couldn't find a price tag though, so it wouldn't be a vlog of mine if I didn't go to Peddler's Mall. We're gonna look around through the chaos that is the Peddler's Mall to try to find movies. If you've watched my vlogs, you know that these places, they're all over the place. All the booths are just, you know, kind of chaotic, but this one had a decent amount of VHS tapes and a lot of X-Files VHS tapes, but I didn't get any. This booth just had wood and rocks, which they were trying to sell these rocks for like $7.50. This one was $15. I don't really know who would pay that, but yeah, another booth that had a decent amount of DVDs. Again, there were a lot more booths with DVDs as opposed to VHS tapes. Has anybody seen this movie? It was $5 and I just didn't know anything about it, but it looks kind of cool. So if you've seen it, please let me know. This booth I thought was really cool. It had this like little, I don't even know what you would call it, like shed built around it. I just thought that was cool and wanted to show you guys. So this booth, there's basically a booth at every Peddler's Mall that is like this, and I'm sure it's owned by the same person, and they sell their DVDs for $2.95, which I think is too much. And I've held off buying from them before, and I'm glad I did because they're selling stuff with the Confederate flag on them and Blue Lives Matter stuff, so I do not want to give money to those kinds of people. So didn't get anything at that booth. And then this one had a lot of random stuff, a lot of toys, but some movies over here, and I see one that I really, really need, and that is Scream on VHS. I was so excited to see this. I don't have Scream on VHS yet, surprisingly, so I had to snag it. And this booth didn't have any movies, but it did have these cute little pumpkin ghost-like figurines that I thought were really cute. I didn't end up getting them, but I'm just really getting in the Halloween spirit, y'all. So this booth had Black Swan on DVD, and I do want it, but it looks a little beat up here, and I'm sure I can find another one somewhere else, so I did not snag this one. And this booth had these really nice looking tumblers, and I've run into booths like this before at Peddler's Malls where people are selling stuff with artwork on them, and I'm sure that they make these tumblers themselves, but I just don't know where they get the artwork, and there was a lot of designs, a lot of stuff, and I just am a little skeptical about the person selling them doing all of this artwork, so I need to look into it more, but these look like things that probably just existed on the internet, and they ripped them off and put them onto tumblers, so I was like, I'm not gonna get anything from there. And like I was saying with the tumblers, this booth I've seen before, the person who has these pillows made, they just take the designs off the internet and print them onto pillows, so yeah, they look cool, they really do, but I just don't want to give money to people who are ripping off artists, so. This booth had a ton of movies, but they were like all library copies. All of these Blu-rays had the letters on the side, and I just really don't like how that looks, and I'm really bummed because they had some good ones, but this booth had The Conjuring 2, but I didn't snag it, and again, I will tell you why later. And they also had Jennifer, which, has anyone else seen this movie? I saw it forever ago, but it's Dario Argento, and he did a short, I think it was for like the Masters of Horror or something, so it's like less than an hour long, but it is kind of wild. I did not end up getting it. This booth had a ton of movies. It's gonna take me forever to go through these. I thought that this was The Possession with Sam Neill and Isabel Adjani, but it is absolutely not, so I was kind of disappointed. They also had Funny Games on DVD, but I'm pretty sure this is a region 2, so it wouldn't work in my player. I was really sad about that. So I went to Goodwill, but the whole time there was this older man who was standing in front of the DVDs going through every single movie, so I didn't get a chance to look through them, unfortunately. So I went on over to Dollar General to see what they had there, and it looks like just a bunch of not horror movies that were $8. I think the cheapest they had there was $5. They did have some Blu-rays that were a little bit less than $5, but still, I was like, damn, for a dollar store, they're kind of selling them for a lot. They were even selling newer movies for as much as $10, so I was like, nah. But I had to show you this car outside. It says Meemaw's Ride, and the door says Pawpaw. I love that. So I went to all Peddlers next, and I was a little curious about this, but it is just a Peddler's Mall. I don't know if it's a different company or whatever, but yep, they had the same amount of chaos as a regular Peddler's Mall would have, and a decent amount of DVDs too. Again, it's going to take me forever to look through all of these, and it looks like that one person has a booth here too. They are literally everywhere, but I am going to avoid them. I'm not going to buy from them. So this booth says that the DVDs were all $1, so I was getting my hopes up for that. But then I went to actually look at the DVDs and it says $2, so I was like, this is conflicting information. Didn't really find anything of note here except they had The Deer Hunter and The Beer Hunter on VHS. I don't know what this is. It says it's hosted by Michael Jackson, but I'm sure it is not the Michael Jackson, so very interesting. This booth also had movies for $1, which is great, but they were in this case that you had to see the front desk to get a key for, and I was like, but wait, aren't these just $1? Are you worried about people stealing them? So if anybody sees anything that's, valuable in here, let me know. Nothing really jumped out to me. Had to move this fishing pole out of the way. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I am finding more booths with VHS tapes at the All Peddlers, which I do love. So I'm gonna have to look through all of these. And there was also this booth that had these slides, and I had to do a double take. They're selling these for $40. Are these like designer slides or something? They don't look like anything special to me. I don't know. They're selling them for $40. If anybody knows why, please let me know. Seemed a little bit much, but this booth had a bunch of different stuff, but they had a decent amount of DVDs, so I'm absolutely going to go check them out over here, and I'm already seeing some that I want, and we've got a nice chunk of horror all in one little section here, and they had Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, which is infamous. I haven't seen it, but I've heard so many things about it. I have seen the first one, and I wasn't a huge fan, and this is the unrated director's cut. I do not love this movie enough to have this kind of a copy, but it's the only one here, and I don't have any of these yet, so I'm going to go ahead and snag it. They also had this set of 8 Saw films, but I am looking for all of those clear slipcase versions, so I passed this one up. And this booth didn't have any DVDs, but I just thought this was so wholesome that they donate all their proceeds to a nonprofit, which is awesome. I got the jump scare of my life when I went into this booth and this baby doll just started moving. Like, how creepy is that? Just no, absolutely not. So now we're on to Target and we are looking for Malignant. So the way that Targets are organized, the way that their movies are organized is so convoluted to me, at least the ones I've been to. So we've got some on an end cap, another end cap, some on the inside, but on the other side of the aisle, they're books. And then we go to another kiosk where there's another end cap, and I don't know, it just seems really convoluted and everything's separated. So I had to look all around for what I wanted. So they were running kind of low on horror. They only had one copy of Halloween Kills and one copy of Last Night in Soho. They did have Yellow Jackets on DVD, and I was tempted to get it because I would love to have it on physical media at some point. This DVD was $20, but I decided to leave it, and I'll probably get it later, but I was looking at this end cap, and they had one copy of Malignant.
So as per usual, I spent forever out. I spent way too long looking at places, but I got some good stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and head home, and we will go through my haul there.
Woo! I think it might start raining here in a second, so I apologize if you hear any thunder or anything like that. But yeah, so we're going to get into the haul, and I'll just give you a little rundown of the kinds of movies I got and how much it was. So I ended up with 20 movies total, 4 of which were VHS tapes, 1 Blu-ray, and the rest were DVDs, so 15 DVDs. And it was about $28 for all those movies. So I would say my goal of finding horror movies for cheap was a success. So we're going to go ahead and go through. I think I'm going to go by store, go over what I got at each store. So we're going to start out with that Goodwill that I found some tapes at. So first up is Seven. And I do actually already have a copy of Seven on VHS. And I just got the DVD in another haul from a different vlog, but I decided to grab this because the version of Seven that I do have on VHS was moldy. So this is a nice clean copy, and I was like, well, I can't really pass this up. It was only $1, only $1 for the VHS tapes at this Goodwill, so Seven. And I was really excited to finally find the Blair Witch Project on VHS. I don't have this one yet. I do have Book of Shadows on VHS, so I was really pumped to find the OG You know, one of the quintessential found footage horror films, and I don't own this on any other kind of media, so I just think having it on VHS is something special. So I was really stoked to find this. Don't know what my hair is doing. I really think I'm gonna cut my hair soon, y'all. If you have any suggestions for hairstyles, I would love to know because it is getting a little ridiculous. But anyway, next up are the movies from the Dollar Tree. And this first one, I don't really know if it's horror. I haven't seen it yet, but Assassination Nation. And the cover says Mean Girls meets The Purge, which sounds right up my alley. So I decided to go ahead and grab it. I was a little bummed because I got this at the first Dollar Tree that I stopped at. And that second Dollar Tree had it on Blu-ray with a slipcase, and I was a little bummed that I bought this one first, but oh well, whatever. I wasn't gonna go through the trouble of returning this or exchanging it. So, we ended up with a DVD, which is fine. Like I said, I haven't seen this movie yet. So, I'm very excited to watch it. If you've seen it and, you have thoughts on it, let me know in the comments, but Assassination Nation. And these were all $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Next up is the Amityville Horror remake from, I think, is it 2006? It's been quite a while since I saw this movie. And all I really remember about it is Ryan Reynolds just being absolutely jacked and chopping wood. So didn't really take away much from it, but I would absolutely rewatch it, and maybe I'll do like a watch of the original and this one back to back or something, because that's another one I haven't seen in a really long time, and I'd be interested to kind of compare the two. But yeah. Amityville Horror, the remake. And this next one is one I haven't seen yet, and I really should watch it because I do like Mike Flanagan a lot, so Oculus. And I think I've heard some good things about it. So yeah, this is one that I'm definitely past due on watching, and I couldn't pass up, a copy for $1.25. So I decided to go ahead and grab it. And the good thing about the dollar store is these are brand new, so I don't have to worry about scratches on the discs like I do from thrift stores. So yeah, I was really surprised to find some of these at the dollar store. And like you saw in the rest of the vlog, Dollar Tree seemed to be where it was at, as opposed to other dollar stores like Dollar General. So I will be checking out some Dollar Trees in the future. And then the last one I got from there, which I was also very excited to find, and that is The Conjuring 2 on Blu-ray. Yeah, I like this one. I really can't decide if I think I like the original better. I don't know. The Conjuring universe isn't like my favorite, but it's definitely one that I would like to have all of the movies of the franchise on physical media. And there was the Conjuring DVD at the Peddler's Mall, and I debated on whether or not I wanted to get that. I don't know. Obviously the quality of the Blu-ray is better just in watching the movie, but for some reason I just like the aesthetic of DVDs better. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of like the blue on the outline, like the plastic. But so I was like, I don't really need 2 copies of The Conjuring 2. I don't know. But when it's only like $1 or something, it's hard to pass up. So who knows, if I end up back there and I see it, maybe I'll go ahead and buy it. But anyway, The Conjuring on Blu-ray. The Conjuring 2, JK. So now I'm going to go through the DVDs and VHS tapes that I got at the first Peddler's Mall I went to. And I was so excited to find this because I don't have a copy of Scream on VHS yet. I do have it on DVD. It's like one of those packs where it's Scream 1, 2, and 3 all in one DVD set. So this is just one, again, kind of like the Blair Witch Project, where I was like, I gotta get it on VHS. It's such a classic VHS movie. And it was a little bit more, $2. And like I said, I try to spend 2 or less. 2 is like max, but especially for VHS tapes, usually I try to go for those for $1 or less. But I was like, it's Scream. I'll go ahead and get it. And it's a nice copy, very clean. And the slip is a tiny bit beat up on the side here. I don't really know if you can tell, but it's like, whatever. I'll just go ahead and get it. So Scream on VHS. I'll just go ahead and take these out. And actually, in my count that I said earlier for the number of movies, I did include one that wasn't horror, which I didn't mean to do that, but I got Clerks, sealed copy. This one was $1.50 because I just love this movie so much and I don't have it yet. So I know that's not horror, but so next is one I'm very pumped to find because this is a movie that I've talked about on this channel before that I really love. And it's one of the OG horror movies from, when I was in high school that I really loved. And I had a copy on DVD, but I lent it to a coworker when I lived in a different state, and they never gave it back to me. And then I moved, so I have no way of getting it back from this person, which I was kind of bummed because it was the same copy that I had from high school. But I digress. It is The Collector. Very, very pumped to find this one. I don't have the collection on DVD or anything, and I would love to get that one. I actually just rewatched that movie for the first time, and that one's wild. I mean, this one is wild too, but the second one is a ton of fun. So if you haven't seen either this one or the second one, I highly recommend it. I really hope we are getting the third entry in the franchise soon. I'm not really sure if that's happening or when it's happening, if it still is. The Collected, I think is what it's called, but so stoked to find this one. Next up, and I forgot to mention these were $1 for these DVDs. I think that all of these were from the same booth. Oh, sorry, there's one that wasn't from this booth, but anyway, these were $1. Lake Placid, another one I have not seen. I think this one is kind of contentious from what I've heard. Some people really love it. Some people don't like it. Oh well, I'll watch it and I will determine that for myself, but Lake Placid. Also from that booth, we have Shaun of the Dead. Such a classic horror comedy. And another one I have not seen in a while, but I do remember really liking it, so definitely due for a rewatch of this one. But Shaun of the Dead. And this one was from a different booth, but it was also $1. And it is Urban Legends Bloody Mary. I've seen 1 and 2 out of this franchise, not this one though. So I will be watching it. And I have the original and Urban Legends Final Cut on VHS. Wouldn't mind getting them on DVD too, but yeah, just had to pick this one up. And the last movie that I got from that first Peddler's Mall was Aliens on VHS. This is the widescreen edition. Yeah, it's a very interesting kind of clamshell. Try to get it to focus, sorry. We've got Ripley and the, whatever this robot's called, I don't know. But this one was only 37 cents, which is amazing. So glad to have this one. And, ooh, sorry, that was loud. I don't have any other movies in the Alien franchise besides Resurrection on VHS, so I would love to get them, more of them, and probably on Blu-ray too, since I would love to get some good quality versions of them, but so stoked to find this one. So now the remainder of these movies are from the All Peddlers, which is essentially a Peddler's Mall, and save for one, there's one more that I will talk about after these, but these were all $1.25 from the same booth. And first one being Jason Goes to Hell. This is my first Friday the 13th movie in my collection, which is kind of wild. I don't have any others on any other format, but of course I would love to get them on VHS, but they've been a little elusive for me, so Jason Goes to Hell. And another Friday the 13th movie, the remake. And this is the killer cut, which I'm assuming is like the director's cut or whatever. I remember thinking this one was okay. I really love the opening sequence, but after that, I don't know. It kind of fell flat for me. But still, I think, always good to have a whole franchise of course, one of the classics. So including the remake, and I'm going to try to do that for Halloween and A Nightmare on Elm Street. Although, Nightmare on Elm Street remake, it will pain me to own that movie. But whatever. So the Friday the 13th remake. Speaking of Halloween, the next one I got was Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. So this is number 6. And again, like the Friday the 13th movies,
This is one of the first ones that I've got in the Halloween franchise in my collection. So again, a franchise that I really need to flesh out, and I haven't seen this one yet. But the next one that I got in the Halloween franchise is Halloween Resurrection. And I can't remember, I actually don't think I've seen this one. I've seen H2O, but I don't think I've seen this one. So definitely just want to get the whole franchise. Whoa, I don't know what the lighting was doing there. Sorry. But yes, Halloween Resurrection. Continuing on the Halloween train, we have Rob Zombie's Halloween. I have seen this one, and I don't remember being a big fan of it. And the fact that this one is the unrated director's cut, yeah, I don't know. I've heard that the theatrical cut is where it's at for this one. Oh, there's some thunder. So I don't really know how much I'll be watching this one. And it's the 3-disc collection. So it's got all the special features and all that jazz. But yeah, again, I just wanted to get it to have it in my collection and round out the franchise. But like I said, Rob Zombie's not really for me. I think I need to explore a little bit more of his work, but again, I don't remember loving Halloween. And a very, very contentious movie in the franchise, and also from Rob Zombie's oeuvre, and that is Halloween 2. Haven't seen this one yet, and I've heard so much about it. So many people that don't like it. So, yeah, I'm not rushing to watch this one, but I will watch it eventually, but I am kind of dreading it, I will say that. So that was all from the other Peddler's Mall, and I just have one more movie to talk about, and that was the one from Target and the one I spent the most money on. But I did have a gift card, so it was $15. With my gift card, I ended up paying $5 for it, so I went over my movie budget for that one. But, you know, it's a new movie, so I don't spending a little bit more on it, and that is Malignant. I just really love this movie. It's so much fun. And I don't even really seek out buying new movies that often. As you guys know, I usually, hit up thrift stores for my movie hauls. But for something like this, where it's a movie that I really liked and I do want to support the creators, I definitely don't mind buying it new, especially when I have a gift card that will help pay for it. So only paying $5 for it is pretty much a steal. But I do like that it comes with a slipcase. And I've talked about it on my channel before. I don't love that they have the blue strip at the top that says, Blu-ray plus digital code. I wish it was all black on the front, but alas, what can you do? At least I have it in my collection, so very, very glad to have Malignant. So that is it. That is my haul from this vlog. This was a fun trip. I definitely went to a lot of different places. Let me know if you liked that, or if you prefer that I just go to one store and do a little bit deeper of a dive, or one kind of store, like all dollar stores, or I don't know, like all antique malls, something like that. Let me know what you prefer in the comments, and I'm gonna try to keep doing these semi-regularly. It just depends. It depends on if I run out of places to go around me, but I was very glad to explore some new places like the dollar stores, and so now I know, those are either good or bad places to go. So I know it's kind of different regionally for everybody, because, not everyone has Peddler's malls around them, or I'm not sure if Dollar Trees are everywhere in the United States. And obviously, if you're watching this in a different country, you probably don't have any of these stores. But, if you just like coming along with me on these journeys to try to find movies, I love having you join me and ask any questions you would like in the comments. I love talking to y'all. And let me know, again, if there's anything else you want to see in a vlog. These are still pretty new for me, so I would appreciate any kind of advice or suggestions. But thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. I hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll talk more next time.